how to write the electronic configuration of any element. For that we have to learn and understand certain rules, and these rules are: the first rule is Aufbau principle. And what is it? It says that in the ground state of the atoms, the orbitals are filled in order of their increasing energies. And how their energy is increasing, for that we have to draw this diagram. Means we know that in case of number n is equal to 1, there will be only one s orbital. Similarly, if the principal quantum number n has value 2, only 2s and p orbitals are possible. Similarly, for 3 it is 3s, 3p and 3d. 4 for fourth, and principal quantum number value n is equal to 4, it will be having 4 orbitals: 4s, 4p, 4d and 5f. Likewise, these are the various orbitals with one principal value, quantum number value, and rest others they are azimuthal quantum number. So this is the sequence of writing the orbitals. Now straight line, if you draw this type of line, then you can see that these arrows are showing the orbitals having the arranged in increasing order of their energy. Means if 1s orbital, because 1s orbital has the lowest energy, it will be filled first, and after it's being completely filled, the next orbital will move to 2s. If this orbital is completely filled, then the orbital will then the electron will move to 2p, then 3s, then 3p, 4s. Likewise, these orbitals will be filled in this order. So this is the order in which the energy of the orbitals is increasing. According to Aufbau principle, in the ground state of the atoms, the orbitals will be filled in order of their increasing energy. So this is the sequence of filling the electrons in the various orbitals. Now, what is the maximum capacity of these orbitals? S orbitals, they have maximum capacity of 2 electrons. They can accommodate maximum 2 electrons. P, there are, in p subshell there are 3 orbitals, so maximum capacity can be 6. For D, there are 5 orbitals, so maximum number of electrons which can be accommodated in D orbitals will be, in D subshell will be 10. For F, it will be 14. So this is the first rule. Name of the rule is Aufbau principle, which we have to follow while writing the electronic configuration of any element. Now next, after this, the second is n plus L rule. Although Aufbau principle and n plus L rule, they are related, but sometimes in exams the question comes, what is n plus L rule? So let us try to understand what is n plus L rule. According to n plus L rule, the lower the value of n plus L for an orbital, the lower is its energy. If 2 orbitals have the same value of n plus L, the orbital with lower value of n will have the lower energy. Let us see. It is, suppose we have taken 2 orbitals, 4s and 3d, and let us see why 3d. In this case, we can see that 3d is filled first and then 4p, or we can say 4s is filled first then 3d. Means what is the difference between energy of 4s and 3d? Let us check it by n plus L rule. 4s, value of n is 4 and value of L is 0. If we add it, it comes 4. Similarly, for 3d, value of n is 3, and for d, azimuthal quantum number value is 2, it means it is 5. And according to n plus L rule, lower the value of n plus L, the orbital will have less energy. That is why 4s orbital is filled first, then 3d is filled. So in this pair, 4s has less energy. Now let us check what happens if both the orbitals have same value of n plus L, 4p and 5s. Let us see, n value of n in case of 4p is 4, and for p, value of azimuthal quantum number is 1. So it is 5. Similarly, for 5s, it is 5 plus 0 is equal to 5. If we see, both these have same value of n plus L. So according to n plus L rule, it says that if the 2 orbitals, they have same n plus L value, then the orbital whose n value is less will have lower energy. So in this case, value of n in case of this 4p is less. That is why if we see the sequence, 4p is filled first, then 5s is filled. So these 4s is filled first, then 3d is filled, or 4p is filled, then 5s is filled. All these can be very well explained on the basis of n plus L rule. Next rule is Pauli exclusion principle, which says that no two electrons in an atom can have the same set of 4 quantum numbers, or in another word we can say that only 2 electrons in an orbit, only 2 electrons may exist in the same orbital, and these orbitals must have opposite spin. Let us try to understand what does this mean. Now let us consider the case of this 2p4 for oxygen. This is the electronic configuration of oxygen. So according to Pauli's exclusion principle, this is s orbital which have 2 electrons and their spins are opposite. Similarly, for 2p orbitals there are 3p orbitals, and in one orbital 2 electrons are filled, but these 2 electrons will have opposite spin. This can be this method of writing the electronic configuration, or this method of filling the electrons in the 2p orbital is wrong. The correct way of filling the electron in 2p orbital is this. Means these 2 electrons, if they are filled in same orbital, they will have opposite spin. So if one orbital has clockwise spin, another will have anti-clockwise spin. Means all the values of 2 electrons in an orbital cannot be same. For example, if we write the n, l, m and s values of this electron, then in this case value of n for first electron, value of n will be 2 because it belongs to 2p orbital. Value of L will be 1. Magnetic or quantum number orbital, it is 0. And spin, if the one electron has plus half spin, another electron, although its value of n is same, value of L is same, spin magnetic orbital quantum value is same, spin quantum value will be different. It will be minus half. Means no 2 electrons in an orbital can have same value of all 4 quantum numbers. Means n, l and m, if they are same, their spin will be different. So if we consider the case of these 2 orbitals, these 3 values are same, but the fourth, that is spin quantum value, is different. Now the another rule is Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity, and it says that pairing of electrons in the orbital belonging to same subshell means p, d or f does not take place until each orbital belonging to that subshell has got 1 electron each. Means it is singly occupied. Now let us try to understand what does this mean. Let us write the electronic configuration of nitrogen. It is 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. And if we write this, if we fill these electrons in different orbitals, this is 2s2 means one orbital. So it will have 2 electrons and their spin will be opposite according to Hund's rule. Now in this case 2p3, this p subshell has 3 orbitals, and according to Hund's rule, pairing of electron will not occur until and unless each orbital has 1 electron. Means you cannot write the electronic configuration, you cannot fill the 2 electrons in this because this orbital is not filled. So the correct way of filling the electron will be this. Means one electron and one electron. Each orbital should be singly occupied, then only pairing will occur. Means if we want to write the electronic configuration of oxygen, that is 2p4, so first these electrons will go in each orbital. After that, pairing of electron, 2p4 electron will take place. You can repeat the electron in this orbital with opposite spins. Opposite spin is according to the Pauli exclusion principle, and singly filled, then pairing will occur. It is in accordance with Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. So these are the 4 rules which are to be followed while writing the electronic configuration of any element. Now let us try to understand how to apply these rules while writing the electronic configuration. So first is how to write the electronic configuration. The expression, this is the way to express the electronic configuration. N, L and E is the superscript, means principal quantum number, then azimuthal quantum number and number of electrons as the superscript we have to write. Now example, hydrogen atomic number is 1 because it has only one electron. So we have already seen the sequence of filling of orbitals according to Aufbau principle. That was, the electron will be first filled in 1s orbital. So because hydrogen has only one electron, so it will be 1s, and only one electron is there, so 1 will be written as superscript. Next is helium. It has atomic number 2, means there are total 2 electrons, and again because the maximum capacity of s orbital is 2, so the second electron will also go in 1s orbital and 2 will be written as superscript. Next comes lithium, atomic number 3. As 1s orbital is completely filled, so first 2 electrons are here and the third electron will go to 2s orbital and only one electron it will have. Total it makes 3 electrons. Likewise, if you move from lithium to neon, filling of electron will take place in neon. Filling of electron will take place in 2p orbital because 2s will already be filled. If it has 2 electrons, next electron will move to 2p orbital and it will be filled until it becomes 2p6. And as soon as the orbital is completely filled, a noble gas electronic configuration is achieved. So likewise we can follow these rules and write the electronic configuration of various elements. Now what are the exceptions to this rule? Now there are 2 elements in your course which have exceptional electronic configuration, that is chromium and copper. Now chromium atomic number 24, if you write the electronic configuration following the above mentioned rules, we will write 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2 and 3d4. Now if you see that in case of chromium, if you fill the electrons, it will be 4s2, 3d4. But according to one rule, that half filled and fully filled orbitals, they have extra stability. So if electron of 4s, one electron from 4s moves to 3d, it becomes 4s1, 3d5, means this orbital is also half filled and this orbital is also half filled. This will have extra stability, extra stable electronic configuration. So chromium, instead of writing 4s2, 3d4, we have to write 4s1, 3d5. Similarly for copper, the outermost electronic configuration following the above rules can be written like this: 4s2, 3d9. But it also has that rule, extra stability, means half filled and fully filled orbitals, they are extra stable. So the outermost electronic configuration of copper will be 4s1, 3d10, not 4s2, 3d9. Means this electron will move to this orbital and this will become half filled and this will become fully filled. Now what is the reason for extra stability of half filled and fully filled orbitals? Let us try to understand this. So there are 2 things. First is exchange energy. if we fill these electrons like this, suppose there are 5 orbitals and each orbital has single electron, it is half filled. So all these orbitals of a subshell, they are degenerate, means they have same energy, and the electron can move from one orbital to another because all these orbitals are same in terms of energy. So if we consider the exchanges, this electron can move to this orbital, this orbital, this orbital, or this orbital. So it can have 4 exchanges. Similarly, this electron can move to this, this and this orbital, 3 exchanges, then 2 exchanges, 1 exchanges, and if we add these number of exchanges, it becomes 10. So if it is written 3d5, there will be 10 exchanges, and let us write 3d4 and let us see how many exchanges are possible in case of 3d4. So this is 3d4 configuration, and this electron can move to this, this and this, means 3 exchanges. For this it is 2, and for this it is 1. Total number of exchanges in 3d4 electronic configuration will be 6. So this has more number of exchanges. It means more number of exchanges means more amount of energy will be released, while exchange of orbitals, greater the exchange energy, greater will be the stability, means this energy is released when electrons they move in different orbitals. Another thing is that symmetrical distribution. If we see that this configuration 4s2 3d9 for copper, then in this case here it is 9 electrons are there. These electrons, this orbital is half filled, rest others are completely filled. But if one electron moves from this orbital to this orbital, all the electrons, the electronic distribution in this orbitals becomes symmetrical, and this also has symmetrical distribution. So there are 2 reasons for half filled and fully filled orbitals being extra stable, that is exchange energy and symmetrical distribution.